Well, I joined the GMMB group 4.5 years ago, and I was attracted by the Vision of Love, and I actually have a copy of the Vision of Love in front of me. And I mean, I have been in corporate life, public accounting, banking for over 40 years, and this was my first interaction with an organization that spoke to love as part of its core values. And over the last 4.5 years, I believe I have grown and I have really enjoyed working with the team to build the GMMB brand.
Nigel and I go way back. Nigel and I first worked together at another financial institution. I wouldn't even want to say how many years ago. And so I've known Nigel for a long time. Nigel is, I would describe him as consummate and constant learner. And he is always enthusiastic and genuine in sharing that information with everyone.
One of the things that I truly appreciate about Nigel is his openness, his candor. And I dare say that he's loud. So, you know, the good morning to everyone when he walks in on the floor. I think that's very special. It's one of the things I actually appreciate about him as a leader. He's often described me as his accountability coach, but I really appreciate that he allowed me the freedom to speak with him directly, to challenge him when needed, and to grow together.
Nigel has impacted me quite a lot throughout my career. So had a conversation with him way back then when he was doing a talk. And then I went to Citibank and went to Japan and reached out to Nigel. He didn't know me at all. Reached out to him saying, hey, I'm a young Trinidadian guy in Japan with Citibank. You know, would you mind meeting with me? And of course, with open arms and true Nigel form, took me and almost acted as a mentor. Again, I had just moved to Japan with Citibank, so I was in my late 20s. Nigel was a very senior person at Citibank across in Indonesia. I sent him an email saying, hey, I'm going to be in Hong Kong. I really wasn't going to be in Hong Kong. I just wanted to say, hey, I'm going to be in Hong Kong, can you meet with me? I really didn't expect him to say yes so quickly, probably within minutes. Nigel responded, he called me. I flew to Hong Kong, he took me out for dinner, you know, showed me a good time, coached me. I mean, it was a really memorable experience. Went back to Japan and stayed in touch with him. And it really resonated that someone who was so senior within Citibank had that time for me. At that point in time, I was very junior in my career, to spend that time coaching, drilling, you know, really allowing me to grow and flourish through his mentorship.
Nigel is someone you don't forget. Once you've met Nigel, you feel like you've known him for a long time. Nigel is inspirational as a leader. He's part of the team. He not just leads the team, he's part of the team. And Nigel, I think, is someone who sets the vision, tells you where we need to go, and helps us to get there. So he's an unforgettable leader.
Just last week I was in Tobago talking about leadership in the real world to 60 young people from the Tobago House of Assembly. That's the kind of thing I want to do, working with young people and helping them to realize that there is greatness within. And I said the whole thing is to make them heroes in their own stories. That's what I want to do, to inspire.
Nigel is a leader. Nigel is brutally honest. But brutally honest because we need it. And it's really in times when we need it that we see him come out, being sure that the team fully understands where we need to be, how we're going to get there.
So for me, again, going back to that whole learning and growth, I said leadership is hard. It's hard because it requires you to take the time to shut up and listen. And not necessarily to have all the answers, but to have the right questions and provide the support necessary to help them to be the heroes that I know that they all can be.
You are somebody I will always remember. Nigel has been a mentor to me. The thing is though, he's not just been a mentor to me, but also to my little sister, my baby sister, and my daughter. They would come here after school to wait on me to take them home. And the thing with Nigel is that every time he passed in the kitchen, he would always pass and say hello. He would pass and give them the little hugs. My sister actually, she would go around and she would boast about my CEO. So that for me is a proud moment, because not many people have that experience where they have someone that they work with that their family is willing to boast about.
The rebrand was a big, just seeing the GMMB signage go up, that is up there. And then launching GMMB Express in Ramsaran Street and Charlotte Street, brilliant. And for me, coincidental with the launch of GMMB Express on Cipero Street in San Fernando was Dominic. Dominic stepping up and running the branch.
The first time I met Nigel, I was a driver at GMMB Bank, and I was his designated driver. Within a couple of months of meeting me, he said, you know, you're not going to stay the driver, right? And then he started to ask me, do you love banking? And ask me what direction I see myself in the next 3 years, and started to set goals. So he found out what my passion was, helped me to see my passion and see greatness within myself, from driver to client care officer, from client care officer to senior CSR GMB Express Finance, and then to branch head. On every step of the way, Nigel would have keep checking up on me, find out where I needed guidance and where he could assist.
That mentorship. Dominic Victor is one of my branch heads he's in San Fernando, in my San Fernando branch. Dominic started as, I believe, Nigel's driver, and then to security. And through that coaching, Nigel said, hey, Elson, I want you to take a look at Dominic, have a discussion with him and so on. And you see this guy growing from a driver. He himself is driven, but Nigel's seeing that potential and taking it forward. I think that legacy will last, where as a people person, a leader and a developer, Nigel's legacy will be that of someone who creates out of little.
One thing that always stands out as soon as he passed on that corridor, you'll hear, Romano, how you going? You behaving yourself, So he will always come and find out about your well-being and ensure that everything is okay, and then he's on his way again.
Nigel, first of all, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for, things that you imparted, whether you knew it or not. And I want to say to you that, go on, live your life, enjoy, climb more mountains, so you should have that free time now. All the best.
Nigel, I want to give you my best wishes to you, and I hope you, whatever you endeavor, whatever you move on to, that you would always carry on that good legacy, that good relationship you had with the team members and the GMMB group.
I know that you will continue to be the same person, because 20 years later, you are the same person, the same way, same mannerisms. I would tell you to continue to focus. I know where your focus is. I know your heart will be with us here at GMMB, because I know you want us to do well. You genuinely care for people. So I just want you to continue to be that person that you are.
This is not goodbye, because I look to Nigel as a father figure. My dad died a very long time ago, and he stepped in, giving the advice, giving the guidance, giving the support at a time when I really needed it, and my family really needed it. So I want to say, boss, thank you so much for the last three and a half years. I really appreciate all that you've done for me. I wish I could have impacted your life the way that you impacted mine, and I hope I did. And I look forward to being you when I grow up.
Nigel, ride off into the sunset, my brother. Have fun, relax, travel, and just do the things you love. And God bless you.
You have done an excellent job at GMMB, and I'm sure GMMB and everyone here appreciates what you have done. Stay blessed. Love always.
Nigel, I want to say thank you. I appreciate having worked with you. I think your legacy is going to live on. I don't think you're going to be a stranger. I am 100% certain that I can call you for coffee and tea at any time, and to bounce ideas off of you. And I am certain that we will be seeing you again.
Nigel, you have made a tremendous impact on so many people, both in GMMB and outside. And I really look forward to your continuing to do that. You are young, as you know, you have an immense amount of knowledge to impart. And I really look forward to using, hopefully, less time in the office and more time for sharing and more time for giving back, which you've already started. So I'm looking really forward to you to continuing that legacy and really helping the young people and helping all of the people in Trinidad and Tobago and the wider region.
First, I want to say thank you. It has been a privilege and a pleasure working with this team. I think we have accomplished a lot. In fact, I know we have a lot more to accomplish, and I know that they are up to the task.